So today we're going to be talking about Star Wars' new show, The Skeleton Crew.
Okay, let's see what this is about. So I began to watch and went, oh, this is really good. And here, we're streaming it, and it's so like, okay, I gotta wait. And then when it says I can watch it, I go to it, it says, no, you can't. You gotta wait. Oh,
yeah.
It's that good. You want to get back into it.
A really good job at very much roping the audience in and being like, this is what you wanted and you didn't get it from the last show. Now we're gonna give it to you.
Yeah. Haven't watched it? You gotta watch it.
I
don't want to give anything away.
It's very good.
I'm going to.
Yeah. So we might have some spoilers. I'll put in the bottom if there will be an upcoming spoilers. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. I'm David, and today I have a very special guest with me, my grandpa. How's it going?
Good.
So today we're going to be talking about Star Wars' new show, The Skeleton Crew. If you can't tell, we're huge Star Wars fans. Hopping into this, when you first heard the announcement that we were coming out with a new Star Wars show, how'd you feel about it?
I wasn't too sure.
Yeah.
Because the last one they did was a bomb.
Yeah, The Acolyte.
The Acolyte, I watched maybe two.
Yeah, I want to say
two or three of them. Then I thought, no, this is not good.
No.
And then I began to hear some things about it, and I said, no, this is not going to work. They're doing things that has nothing to do with the history of Star Wars.
Yeah, totally.
And I've been watching Star Wars since it first came out.
Yeah.
Long time ago. In a faraway state.
Yeah.
California. Where it was all made.
Yeah.
But it was like, okay, I'm going to watch this, see what it's about. I've been hearing about it from you and from your uncle. I thought, okay, let's see what this is about. So I began to watch and went, oh, this is really good.
Yeah.
And the way they had done it, and when they leave you in the episodes, it was just, oh, wait a minute, you can't do that.
They did a great job. Yeah,
so it was a real good job for the climax at the end of those episodes. You really got it back there.
Totally.
And here, we're streaming it, and it's so like, okay, I got to wait. And then when it says I can watch it, and I go to it, it says, no, you can't. You got to wait. Oh,
yeah.
It's that good. You want to get back into it.
And that's good. Yeah, Star Wars had a really tough time when it came to like new shows or movies. Like if you're like, oh, I'll just wait, then that's not good. You need to have a show that's like, I can't wait. I need it to come out the next day.
Yes.
And that's what Skeleton Crew did such a good job at.
They did a great job.
They were doing a really good job at very much roping the audience in and being like, this is what you wanted and you didn't get it from the last show. Now we're going to give it to you.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really cool because we had seen with the original trilogy, it was a lot of Star Wars, Jedi and Sith, but this one was pirates. How'd you feel about that?
It was different. I kind of liked it in a way, but in other ways, like, okay, we got to get in there and save these kids from these pirates. But Skeleton Crew, and you give me looking at the graphics, like this is what the whole thing is going to be about.
Yeah.
And they've always had pirates. If you watched The Bad Batch, if you watched, was it The Rebels, the other one?
Yeah.
And they had their pirates on there. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And so that was a good thing. And then how they did that was like going to the old movies when they first started it. I thought that was pretty cool.
That was really
that they
cool.
can do that, and all those strange looking characters and everything. And how they came into the space port.
Oh yeah.
It reminded me, because I was in the Navy, you know that.
Oh yeah.
On board a destroyer. You're welcome. You are worth it. You're very much, and all of you are worth it.
Thank you.
And pulling into a port, bigger ships, smaller ships, so it kind of reminded me of that. All different sizes and shapes.
Yeah, totally.
And then you get in there, and there's all kinds of people there. So that was kind of, oh, okay, I get this. It's a port. They're coming in, and the kids are just, this isn't home.
Yeah, totally.
So that was really good.
Totally.
I like that.
If you guys don't know what Skeleton Crew is, it's a new show on Disney Plus about 4 kids that get stuck on this. Would you say like a pirate ship, basically?
It was a pirate ship that they stumbled on.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it, you got to watch it.
I
don't want to give anything away.
It's very good.
I'm going to.
Yeah. So we might have some spoilers. I'll put in the bottom if there will be an upcoming spoiler or something like that. Yeah, I really liked it. And one thing with this show is that it was from the director of the 3 Spider-Man movies.
Yes.
And he did a really good job with those. And when he first came on to announce the show, like before he even started filming, he just finished writing it and got the deal to work with Star Wars. He said that it was going to be a combination of the original trilogy with like Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford meeting the Goonies. That's why we have the Goonies key right here. Because I very much saw this show as Star Wars Goonies. Did you get that vibe too from the show?
Well, I can't tell you because I've never seen the Goonies.
Oh, you've never seen the Goonies?
No, I've never seen the Goonies.
Oh my goodness.
No, don't know why, just never did.
Yeah, when he pitched it to Star Wars, he's like, this will be your Goonies.
But this says Goonies, but this is on the logo of the whole show.
Yeah.
Everywhere you look, this is there.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
It's crazy how similar the stuff is from the show into this. So the first episode, we kind of saw laid down the groundwork talking about the kids and their origin story, and then they get shot off into space. Right. How do you feel they did that, and do you think the characters, the kids, were a very compelling, or do you think they were just very much like they're just normal like Disney Channel actors?
Oh no, these kids were not Disney Channel actors. You guys, you and your sisters watch them all the time. I watched them with you, and these kids are not Disney Channel actors.
Yeah.
And if there's any actors out there who do those, these guys are better than you.
Wow.
Much better. They're really good. And I really liked it. The one, Wim, he's very adventuresome.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be afraid of much of anything.
Yeah.
And so it starts with him.
Yeah.
And so it was really, really good. And you think, oh, man, you kids really messed up. But in actuality, when you watch the whole thing, they actually helped the whole planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool that you got to see these kids, kind of like the Goonies, and they were kind of taking initiative of their own story.
Yes.
And that's sometimes what we have to do in real life is take initiative of our own story and, take a step from our parents and be like, what's going to be my story? And not just piggyback off of theirs.
Right.
So I thought that was very fun that they touched on that, which I thought was very cool. I thought it was really cool. And then their robot.
The robot is, what, C-333 or?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I thought he was a really cool addition to the show.
I thought
really
the way they made him, I first thought that this is kind of weird, but then I thought, wait a minute, this is pirates.
Yeah.
When they got to the pirates, he is a pirate.
Yeah.
Although he's a robot, he's a pirate with one eye.
Yeah.
With a rat coming in and out of it, which
I
is
thought
kind
that
of
was
cool.
so weird.
That was good. After a while, I was like, this is right. He's a pirate, and he is a rat coming out of his eye.
Totally.
And he had a peg leg.
Yeah, I like that. I liked that.
And he had the accent of a pirate.
Yeah. I thought it was so good.
So that was good. It really was.
When it came to the pirates and the villains of the show, would you say they're compelling? Or would you say like they were just okay villains?
Oh no, they were compelling.
Yeah.
It's like, man, the kids are in trouble. When they went to that planet, oh no, that robot, and robot was innocent, and all of a sudden, this is it.
Yeah.
And this isn't home. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
For him, that was home.
Totally.
And plus, later on, we find out that he was programmed, don't take him back to that planet.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody know what this planet is.
Yeah, which I liked. I liked that. How do you feel about the actor that Jude Law played? That was the Jedi, sort of Jedi, whatever you guys would like to call him. How do you feel about his character and his acting skills?
Very good.
Yeah.
I knew he was a con man. At the very beginning, that's where they started, and they were going to do away with him. And you think, okay, he's gone.
Yeah.
And you never see this character again until the kids get taken, and they're thrown in jail with him, and there he is. Oh, okay, how's this going to work out? And then all of a sudden, he started uses the Force.
Yeah.
And they're looking at him like, well, why didn't you do that before?
Yeah.
I didn't have a ship, but I got one now.
I thought that was genius. Yeah.
Yes.
That was a very smart move.
So he was patiently waiting, and he knew a little bit of how to use the Force. But con man, oh man.
Very good.
He was acting that out, and he did a very good job. He conned the kids.
Yes, yeah.
And as the show goes on, you find that he conned a whole bunch of people.
Oh, yeah.
At the very beginning, he conned that whole crew of pirates to take this one Republican ship, and there was nothing on it.
Yeah. I thought that
were a mess.
Such a good opening scene. I was blown away. I was like, oh, that's so good.
And that grabs you.
Yeah. You have to have a good opening.
And you've got it, and it's like I'm here for the duration.
Yeah,
I've got to see how this works, what's going on. And then when they show him with some of the abilities using the Force, it's oh wow, this is really getting good. Is this guy a Jedi?
Yeah.
Well, he's not.
Yeah.
But towards the end, we found out he was being trained to be one.
Yeah, which I thought was very interesting because there were many things in the show where they were like, oh, he's a good guy. Like, he hasn't killed the kids yet, so he's a good guy. Oh, he's used the Force, he must be a good guy. But it's like, but he's still a pirate. So I thought they did a really good job with, like, is he going to be a good guy? Is he not going to be a good guy? I thought it was hard, but you still, like, I don't really feel like he cared for the kids in the end. I felt like he was just doing it to get the gold in the end.
That was it. Yeah.
Which is very pirate-like, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So I thought that was very good.
Yeah. I think the very last episode told a lot about him.
Yeah.
Because he was a young boy at the time, and he was being trained by a Jedi.
Yeah.
Because he said she saw something in me.
Yeah.
And so she was training me.
Totally.
And we could see it, in that, I think it's the second or third episode when he comes in, that he uses the Force.
Yeah.
And, okay. And he told the kid, oh, yeah, everybody can do it.
Not everybody.
You're lying, man.
Yeah.
You're a con man. You're a pirate.
Yeah.
And so it was really good to see that he was telling them why he was the way he was.
Yeah.
Because if you're a Star Wars fan, you know what, I think it was Order 66.
Yes. Yeah.
And that was from the Emperor for all of the clones to attack and kill the Jedi.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to his Jedi master. She was killed. That's what he said.
Yeah.
That they made me watch, and now he's all alone.
Yeah.
What am I? I'm a kid. I'm all alone.
Yeah.
What are the Padawans usually like 9, 10, maybe even younger?
Yeah.
But he may have been that age, and so what am I going to do? And as you can kind of figure out, he stumbles across the pirates.
Yeah.
He learns their ways. Because at the end, they leave you like, again, they've been leaving you at every single episode, which is like, well, and that's how they leave you.
Totally.
And so I think that was a good way of doing it. I think that's why they cut that out. And because they left him in that high tower. Because Wim says, aren't you, I can't remember his name, but they say, aren't you coming with us? He turns around, looks at him and goes, no.
Yeah.
And he's left up there by himself.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Which was he has no way to get the gold.
No, yeah.
And so now I think he's starting to rethink things. I really hope, and Disney guys, if you're watching this, I hope you keep this going.
Yeah.
Because it's a good show. I relate it to even to The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And I watched that, and that was very good. Now Mando's got his own movie.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Which is going to be really cool.
Yeah, right here.
So
it's Mando right here.
Yeah, that was I really liked that one.
Yeah,
that was good. And so I hope they keep this going, because at the end, Wim's father's saying, Wim, and the kid says, hey, you don't have to take your assessment anymore, and he's looking up, and the X-Fighters are flying over. He's going, I got to go up there.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
He found like a new hero because his old one was that pirate guy that was evil.
Yes,
that was his hero. But now he found a new hero, which saved him. So I thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah. The show there's so much in that show that you really got to watch it.
Yeah.
And you'll get a lot more out of it. The kids flying it.
Yeah.
And the droid flying it. And learning how to fly.
Yeah.
They didn't know what they were doing.
No way, man. They were sheltered.
Don't touch that button. I'm going to touch that button.
Yeah.
And so when they got home, it's like, how are we going to do this? And so they said, well, we got to get out of here. Before they got home, they went to that one planet where all the treasure was.
Yeah.
From the other pirate who was the chief of all pirates and had all of this. And he had one thing which was incredible. He had a lightsaber.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think it was his, or did he kill a Jedi to get it?
I think he killed a Jedi. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we were watching the show, my dad and me were like, "Oh my goodness, this show, Skeleton Crew, is the closest thing we will ever get to a Treasure Planet movie." And have you ever seen Treasure Planet?
I only heard about it. I didn't
Treasure Island, but with space and stuff like that. If you love Treasure Planet, you will love Skeleton Crew because it's the closest thing we'll ever get to a live action Treasure Planet. It's very much, you got your pirates, you got your kids, they're going out in the world, they get betrayed by a pirate.
Yeah.
It's very fun, and I think it's cool because Treasure Island has been a story we've done hundreds of times.
Oh, yeah.
And now Star Wars is like, well, we'll combine Goonie, Treasure Planet and Island, and Star Wars, and I think we got something right there.
Oh, they do.
And I think it'll be
They
really
do.
good.
Oh, I don't know how they keep it going, but I kind of hope that, Judd Law's character, of course, will keep going because he's there.
Yeah.
The kids are there.
Yeah.
And I hope they get out because now they can see the stars because they're at Aten. They couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
Because they were protected until they had to take them down so the X-Wings can get in and attack the pirates and save the whole planet.
Yeah.
And so now it was cool when they took down their force field and they all went, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, the stars up there, man.
Yeah.
Look at that. They were all shocked.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's kind of like a person who lives in a city all their life.
Mm-hmm.
And they come out of the city and they go in the country and there's no city lights and they look up on a summer night and they go, wow.
Yeah.
Look at all those stars. So that's how
crazy.
they were
It's
kind of doing
crazy.
it. So that was fun.
One thing I think the show could have done better at, or maybe could have worked on a little bit more, is the supervisor. I feel like they kind of skimmed over that a little too fast.
Yeah.
I feel like that was kind of weird that the whole planet was controlled by robots.
Yeah.
And then they made him, and they're like, well, this is just normal. And then the kids weren't freaked out or anything. I was like, that's a pretty big thing. Like, your whole life you're working for a robot.
A robot.
And I felt like they were just kind of like, oh, we'll kill him, and then just go on with it. What do you think they could have done better with that?
I never thought of being a robot. I thought it was a person.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought because they did show the hologram of the old pirate who actually found that planet.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was going to be him.
So did my sisters. Yeah, they thought it was going to be him.
Because he had all of that gold.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't want anybody else to come and get it.
Yeah.
And so it's like, no, I'm going to make sure no one can come and get this. And I'll just have the people keep working and make them happy.
Yeah.
And no one will take this gold.
Mm-hmm.
And I was surprised. What, a droid? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, yeah.
And it was interesting that Judd knew how to kill it.
Yeah, that was interesting. He just went straight for the eyeball.
He knew how to use a lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trained, he remembered a few things.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I actually thought there wasn't going to be any treasure in the end. I thought that the pirate was going to be the leader, but he had used up all the treasure to build this suburban neighborhood, this new planet.
Okay.
Because I thought that would have been he wanted to just kind of restart his life. So he covered this whole planet so he could kind of make the perfect planet. And he'd be kind of old, kind of like Emperor Palpatine was in the last Star Wars movie.
Right.
But then they went with this cyborg, and I was like, okay, that works, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't really my favorite. I wish.
No,
it
was a little different. It was the funny thing. You always look back on some of the movies they'd pick things from.
Yeah.
And I'm going to the Wizard of Oz.
Oh yes, that's good.
When you're looking at the Wizard of Oz was actually a guy who flew in from an air balloon. But he's behind a curtain, and he's showing the image of himself, but all blown up and weird looking.
Yeah.
And so they may have taken that thing from the Wizard of Oz.
Totally.
Because he was just a guy that really controlled that Emerald City. Mm-hmm. Everybody went, whoa, this is the Wizard of Oz. We got to do what he says.
Yeah.
And so they may have gotten it from that, which was fine. I think they're very creative.
Mm-hmm.
And now you got to think, what was it, 3,000 mines I think they had there of all the gold?
I think so.
3,000 or more.
Yeah.
And now, okay, the planet's wide open.
Yeah, anybody can come now.
And they can find it.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't find it before.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you talking about? That's just a myth. Now they know it's real. They can find it easily.
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
That's true.
So
that's a good season 2 idea.
Season 2 things, storylines going out there.
Yeah.
But Judd Law, if you're watching this, buddy, I hope you stick around.
Yeah,
you did a good job. No one liked you.
Yeah. That was.
But
good.
You did good. You're a good actor.
Yeah. Didn't Didn't you say this? You say if you hate the bad guy, that he's a good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I agree with that so much because I was like, I want to slug the guy. For hurting kids.
What are you doing?
Yeah, totally.
And Bruce Dern is another one. Hi, Bruce. I don't know you, but he is the best actor for playing a jerk.
Yeah.
I mean, he is really good at it. I think he should always get awards.
Yeah.
But that just shows how good acting that they are.
Totally.
They'll go ahead and play that part, and they do very well. And, you know, like your Nana says, if they can get you not to like them, oh, good, because that's what I was supposed to do.
Yeah. What would you rate the show 1 out of 10? What would you rate the Skeleton Crew?
Okay, I'd just go 10.
Really? A 10 out of 10?
I give you 10 out of 10.
Wow.
It kept my attention.
Yeah.
It really did. Acolyte gives a -1.
Yeah.
Kind of like a -5 outside right now.
Okay, yeah, it is. It's very cold outside. Yeah.
I did not like that one.
Yeah. I would give it probably like an 8.5 or a B. I thought it was good. I thought there was a little nitpicky things, but I think it's probably one of the best shows Star Wars has made.
Yeah.
Truly.
It was different from some of the other things. They went back to the main storyline.
Yeah.
They picked up after the Emperor was gone, and the pirates came in and filled a hole.
Yes, yeah.
You know, because, you know, the Empire is gone.
Yeah.
Now what are you going to do?
Yeah.
So the Republic, I don't think, had as many going out there guarding anything. Mandalorian, he's there, the same thing, and he had his problems.
Totally.
So you got the pirates. They're trying to fill this vacuum. So it's a whole lot different. And when you look at it, a lot of times after a war, in reality, that when the bad guys are gone, if you look in history, then you'll get these bad guys coming in.
Yeah.
You get the mobs coming in, these gangs coming in, and they're going to take over these certain areas because the bad guy, they're really, I mean, these guys are really bad guys. They're gone. They've been defeated, so someone comes in. So I think they did a good job.
Yeah.
Okay, the pirates with the humongous spaceship,
they
come in.
So I thought it was a very good show, and I'm very excited. Hopefully we do a season 2. I would be down for it.
I hope so. When I first started watching, it said season 1. I went, oh, it's going to be another?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'd be down for it. The kids will probably be teenagers, probably by the next one. Hopefully not.
Probably. Or maybe they'll, 5 years later. Like you watch those shows, what's going on now.
Yeah.
You may not see Judd for a while, and all of a sudden, boom, he shows up, and he's like, what? You're a Jedi? Because you still have Ahsoka out there.
Yeah.
You still have
Luke, technically.
He's still out there. And so they're training.
Yeah.
Grogu was trained a little bit.
Yeah.
But then he wanted to go with Mando, so he's so we'll see how things go. I think they may be waiting till after the Mandalorian movie.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and then finish it off. Thank you for joining me on this episode.
Had a blast.
I had a great time. I loved it. It was awesome. You'll be seeing more of him. We will do more Star Wars stuff. We're going to come out with some new episodes soon. Stay tuned. Every 2 weeks we'll have a new episode. And follow us on Instagram and Spotify and YouTube. And God bless.
Bye-bye.